everything up for discussion. Bring it with the cussing. And your mommy always cussing me. That's because always cussing. I ain't give a fuck, man. I just keep it pushing with the cuss. Smoking on the grass, man. Oh, man. I'm like a light, man. I said I'm just myself, man. Let me just be. You just got is good. I like it. I'm a raise that speed. What the fuck is a break? I'm gonna work till I'm dead. What's going in your head? I'm way too ahead. Fuck the feds, that's the only thing they said. Man, your lyrics think it's hell. Got me really good at that. Got me, hey, got me really bored to death. I'm in from the west. Motherfucker, I be moving and watch the way I step. Bitch, I watch the way I step. Coming through the dark, let a motherfucker crap. Let a motherfucker crap. All these motherfuckers getting really left in the bag. Bitch, I'm really bad in my bag. Motherfuckers talking, I'ma leave it where they at. Goddamn. Bitch, I'm really off the map. Have no need for an atlas. Make her just back this. If she acrobatic. Release shit. Obviously, I'm not finished yet. That one's probably going to drop within the next day or so. That one is a one that honestly I got pretty fucking aggravated trying to make that song because like the fucking the way that the beat is constructed, bro, like it does not feel like fucking 49 beats per minute at all. Like the way that is constructed is different from how the reading. Like whenever I come and I put it into my DAW, it's saying like it's saying the shit is fucking 49 beats per minute. 49 beats per minute. I don't know. It just don't seem that slow. So yeah, fucking trying to edit that shit was a pain in the dick. But we'll play one more for y'all before we get into the. This one's gonna be a feature. I'm not gonna tell y'all this. It's not finished yet. It's huge. It's really really I'm telling you, like, the places on the page, I was here before, but I searched them yesterday. Made I fucking do this thing, I ain't gotta say, it's secure. I'm a fucking man, I'm true. Keep it pure. Hey, I got, I got, I got trust. I got trust. I got trust. I've been putting cards in every fucking poker deck. I've been down that bitch a fucking time. Yeah, I got, I'll be putting cards in every fucking deck. This is how I get a fucking cabinet. Yeah, so I'm sure the person who's coming on the other half of that track will be able to fucking kill it. But that one has such a nice vibe to it. I love that song so far. Um, once it comes all together, I think it'll be even fucking 10 times better too. So, and what's up, Milo? By the way, sorry, I'm just fucking kind of rambling right now. But anyways, fucking today we're gonna be talking about some Mars energies, talking about Aries correlated to the Mars energies and shit like that. And we're gonna also do an open panel. So if anybody wants to hop in, come over on the IG side. I'll fucking position my microphone to where my YouTube side can hear it and everything like that. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all right now. I ain't been in the fucking YouTube game for very long, so I will let y'all know. I don't even know how to set up a fucking open panel on YouTube right now. I be seeing people do it with fucking Google Hangouts and certain other shit like that, but I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't know how to do that right now, so we just gonna do it through the IG. Hopefully it'll fucking work. Usually it won't let people join, but hopefully it'll fucking work, and we gonna get down to business. So anyways, today we talking about these Mars energies, and we talking about Aries correlated with the Mars energies, right? So Mars likes to deal with passion, motivation, but on the other side of it, it's also anger and aggression and shit like that. So what we need to talk about today is individuality based in these modes of expression with the Mars energy, as far as whether you can be passionate and motivated about some shit and have like a fire lit under your ass type of situation, or just a fucking angry and aggressive ass type of person who's just mad all the time and shit, because they're not being an individual, either that or they're not expressing some type of creative attribute that they know they could be at the time. So a lot of times it develop out into anger and aggression about things whenever you're utilizing the Mars energy in the wrong type of way. And what's good, Free? Nice to see you up in the piece again. But yeah, so we got to be careful whenever we're utilizing these Mars energies, because like I said, a lot of times it can develop into anger and aggression if you're not using the right side of the energy and you're lost in polar shifts. We have to have a balance with all these things. So whenever we're utilizing this energy, we don't want to be too far on the so-called positive side of it either. We don't want to be too far on the like being passionate and fucking having a fire lit up under our ass and motivated type shit, because you might get yourself into some situations, even a situation where there's people who are into the same exact shit that you're into. But meanwhile, you're too deep into that being passionate and motivated about shit. So therefore, when you're in those situations, you're constantly just like, it becomes like annoying at that point. You get what I'm saying? Like, to where you're always like, if people take a break for 2 seconds to fucking go smoke a blunt or some shit, or people just take a break and they're not really so much of worried about trying to like push that out at the moment. You know what I'm saying? You can become annoying to them because you're like sitting there being like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, we gotta, you know what I'm saying? Being too passionate and motivated about shit. Like, come on, we gotta do this. This needs to be done right now. This needs to be put into place at this moment type of shit. Which, yeah, have balance. Don't be a fucking fool. You know what I'm saying? Have balance with these things. Sometimes there is shit that needs to be done right at that moment. You get what I'm saying? But don't be a person that's like too passionate and motivated about shit. And on the other tip, if you are fully disregarding that type of energy, you might be a person who is not very passionate and motivated about shit, or you're just a person who is stuck into not being their true self, or not being into some kind of creative attribute to where they can express some form of individuality within the Aries aspect of the Mars energy. You get what I'm saying? And this can develop as the anger and aggression side of it. So you're just annoyed with shit all the time, and you're just pissed off because you're not being authentic to yourself. You're not being true to yourself. Either that, or you have a lot of pent up energies, and that's where the a lot of time that anger and aggression and the rage type of vibe from the Mars aspect come from, because you have a lot of pent up energies because you're not utilizing those creative attributes and shit that you know you have, and shit that you actually have a strong ability within. Yet you're learning things outside of yourself, whether it be through a job or other means. As far as that, you're learning things that are kind of like more difficult for you to do or get off, whenever you could be expressing this other type of energy or this other type of attribute or skill that you have, and things would be flowing so much easier, and you wouldn't be upset with it because, you know what I'm saying, it just flow freely type of thing. Like, you're better at that. There's no need for you to like learn. You already know the ins and outs of the situation, so you don't have to, you know what I'm saying, you don't have to go through all that bullshit. So this is where we going with this. And like I said, it all has to do with balance, and at the same time, we're all still here fucking learning and growing. You know what I mean? So excuse me, I apologize. That hit caught me off guard. Yeah, that hit caught me off guard. So yeah. Anyways, so yeah, this is where the learning aspect comes in on it and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to realize, you know, we always need to be true to ourselves, and we always need to be ourselves. But at the end of the day, there's certain situations that call for you not to necessarily shrink yourself and like be less of yourself. You get what I'm saying? but just having wisdom through a situation will allow you to know what to express and what not to express based on the situation. You know what I'm saying? Every fucking idea or every mode and form of formulation of some type of expression that comes across your mind or comes across your feelings is not necessarily the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Because there might be situations where certain shit is going down, and some shit might come to a fucking confrontation or some form of violence or some shit like that, based upon you expressing certain things at the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? And once again, dealing with the Mars, the anger and aggression shit, there's certain other shit, especially dealing with the Aries aspect of it, where you're not being individual and you're not being yourself, and you're allowing situations to shrink you and you be either something that's not you, not due to being wise. It's just due to you being afraid or fucking avoiding certain situations and shit like that, and outcomes, which it might not even necessarily be that. That's where the wisdom part of it come in, because you know what I'm saying. You holding back that expression of that individuality within them circumstances and situations, you might develop some form of fucking anger and aggression towards a person based on some of this shit. You get what I'm saying? So you might be in a situation where you might be fucking mad at somebody because they keep saying and doing shit that sets things up in a situation where you should be expressing something. Like, you should be telling that motherfucker to fuck off and leave you alone, or a situation where you should just be completely ignoring them, or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it may be for your individual expression. You get what I'm saying? So this is what we have to deal with, because there's a lot of times there's situations where people will fucking, they're very slick with it. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, granted, let's give people a little bit of grace. Sometimes people don't know what they be doing, and they just accidentally be doing this shit from like a subconscious level, expressing certain things and setting things up in a way where it's either a trap for you to express some shit at the moment, or it's a trap for you not to express some shit at the moment, just based on, and this is something that you have to learn from fucking dealing with these things. You know what I'm saying? So some people have no idea what they're doing, and it's just purely accidental, and it's just, you know what I'm saying, a part of their energy and the shit that they've chose to self-identify with based on what's going on in the world and shit like that, right? And then you have other situations where people will intentionally set things up in this manner. You get what I'm saying? And intentionally try to fuck you over and shit like that. And they know exactly what they're doing, and they're setting things up in a way where it's either like, okay, are you gonna fucking express yourself in this type of way and fucking make the situation worse, or are you gonna refrain, not do anything at all, and the situation still might get worse? And because you have to think about it, we're training our reality, and we're also training interactions as well. That's another thing that we have to pay close attention to. We're training our interactions as well with other people, and we're training people what is acceptable. You get what I'm saying? So like if you are allowing yourself to be treated a certain way by someone on a repetitive basis in like a routine and pattern type of way, and like I said, you're shrinking your individuality to fit into some type of box as far as the routine and pattern that you have created based upon how you've been allowing this motherfucker to treat you for day in and day out type of shit. You get what I'm saying? That's where the anger and aggression come from, and you're going to be mad at the situation even though it is self-inflicted, because you've been teaching this motherfucker how to treat you. So therefore, if someone treats you badly, you know what I mean? Don't always be so afraid of fucking confrontation, because this is a thing. A lot of times, man, people who be looking fucking so scary and shit. Like, don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? I'm a good sized dude, but I'm a skinny motherfucker. I'm 6'3", you know what I'm saying? So I've been in some fights before. I know how shit fucking work out. You know what I'm saying? So it's not always smart for me to be in a situation where I'm trying to challenge the biggest fucking loudest mouth in the room and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So but at the same time, we need to not always be afraid of confrontation and shit like that, because a lot of times people just be doing this shit out of broken homes and shit like that, broken past. And a lot of sometimes motherfuckers who be big and loud and mouthy really be out of their own fucking being afraid of fucking confrontation and not wanting to have to deal with shit at that real level. So they're hoping that they can come across with some type of aggression that's going to scare you and put you off, and you know what I'm saying, and not want to fuck with them type of shit. So there's a lot of different ways that this shit play out. We just have to be wise and be smart as far as how we're dealing with these situations, and knowing what type of individuals that we're dealing with, and also
realizing what is necessary at the moment. You get what I'm saying? A lot of times we just be doing unnecessary shit for no reason. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be a situation where a lot of that shit could be avoided. You know what I mean? Just because somebody is like a little fucking pissy ass, little bitch type of motherfucker who was like a only child and grew up being spoiled all the time and shit like that, and and they don't know no other way but to fucking do negative shit and to get the spotlight onto them, right? So whether that be putting you in a fucking negative light or using you as like the fucking butt of the joke type of situation or whatever it may be, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is an open panel, Trey, and I appreciate that, Mooney. But yeah, this is an open panel. So yeah, you'll have a lot of situations where these people grew up as like an only child and they fucking spoiled to shit, and all they do know how to do is be like a fucking reprobate, basically, like Dolo be saying, fucking like fiending for attention type shit. So they might make you the butt of the joke just so people will have some shit to laugh at them about and think, oh yeah, this motherfucker might be cooler. But the funny shit about it is a lot of times people secretly be thinking, be knowing like, damn, that's really the weak ass motherfucker right here who be doing that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just about knowing the situation, and not only that, knowing what's, like I said, not knowing what's necessary at the time. Sometimes it might not be necessary for you to fucking call a motherfucker out and all that shit, because you know, it could have negative effects on other shit in your life, as far as like losing your job or whatever else you might be going through at the moment. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, fucking that should be playing out in a specific type of way. You know what I'm saying? So we got to know what we doing as far as how we handling these situations and how we dealing with these people and shit like that. We don't need to you'll have to hop in on IG, Trizzy. My fucking I'll be honest, I don't even know how to set up a damn open panel on YouTube. So I'm just doing fucking, people can hop in on the IG if they want to and chop it up. I got my fucking microphone right here close by type shit. So yeah, like I said, not everything is necessary all the time. It might not be necessary for you to necessarily fucking call a motherfucker out on their bullshit because they so fake and they so blinded at the moment. So, you know, some people you kind of have to let them suffer through it and allow them to learn by experience type of shit. You know what I mean? and kind of let them figure it out on their own, and realize like, damn, like, yeah, I am kind of being weak at the moment. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times that'll help a person figure it out. But then there is other times where you know, due to a certain person's upbringing and shit like that, like some people don't know no other way rather than being spoken to harshly or fucking bringing some type of violence to them, whether it be fucking being smacked upside of the head or being like talked to really down or fucking aggressively or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like some people, they won't fucking leave you alone and they won't stop talking to you until you do some shit like that, or just completely remove yourself from the situation. But 9 times out of 10, you haven't learned something from an experience, so you're just going to manifest that same energy again through some other type of person anyways. You know what I mean? So best thing to do is just not be afraid and fucking let go and just experience what you meant to experience. 9 times out of 10, it's all right. But like I said, don't be foolish. Like, don't just fucking go into some violent situations where you can fucking possibly be killed or, you know, some shit like that, just to be like, oh, it's just for the experience, see what happens type shit. Like, yeah, that's not necessarily, that's kind of like crash out shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? We don't need to be doing all that. we don't need to be doing all that all the time. Yeah, so like I said, just understand your energies, and this is how you can kind of capitalize on the moments that present themselves, where you can release some of that that anger and aggression type of shit on that one polar shift of the Mars energy. You get what I'm saying? So boom, you have those situations where that can come, and then you have them other situations where you can get out some passion and motivation, or accumulate it, because you know some people are very lacking on that energy. You know what I'm saying? So there might be some certain situations where you can gain like a inspiration. You know what I'm saying? And then boom, you can kind of like capitalize on that and seal that shit up, and then you can, you know what I'm saying, you can gain a little bit of motivation and passion, energy towards whatever it is that you're creating at the moment. So That's why it's good if you like a creator or something, watch shit that's like similarly to what you got going on, even if you're a person who's like early into it, like watch people who are like early into it, you get what I'm saying, and people who are like still building the shit and things like that, you know what I'm saying, and that'll kind of, you know what I mean, because especially if it's people who like fucking just do this shit purely for the creation of it, you know what I'm saying, people who do this shit just to do it and do this shit just because they know that they good at it and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? People who don't fucking get very many viewers and shit. You watch that and it's like, damn, this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? This motherfucker doing that shit while he ain't, you know what I mean? He ain't even got all his shit together like that, but he's still doing that shit just because he enjoy it. So boom, you know what I'm saying? That's cool as fuck. So boom, that let me know that it's okay to do my shit, you know, but I'm not a person that need validation like that, but you know, boom, if you need to use that, boom, you can utilize that shit real quick. You know what I'm saying? So this is the type of shit we on these days. Just doing shit. Just doing our shit and waiting for it to come in. That's why man, I just be so relaxed. But I can't lie, I do be angry sometimes. I can't even lie to you. I do be fucking angry sometimes, but I think that's like a fucking um that's like a thing that kind of just fucking happens sometimes. There's certain shit that you can't avoid as far as that. So that's kind of why I made this video for people who are like just now getting into it and shit, and understanding the fucking understanding their own rage and shit. That's why shadow work is so important. You know what I'm saying? You hear people talking about this shit all the time, but people don't really necessarily get it in the right aspect and shit like that, because people still be getting attacked by like negative attributes of their own self. Either that or some shit that they've identified with themselves that's out in the world that they've taken on as part of their shit, and now it's become a part of them when it's not really them. You know what I'm saying? So you have to differentiate between the shit that you've picked up from being out in the world and seeing things in the world and shit like that, what you chose, emotions and shit that you've chose to identify with, ways of thinking, ways of viewing things, belief systems and shit like that, and you gotta crumble all that shit down. And then beyond that, like I was telling somebody else, I'm pretty sure I didn't put this on the live. I hope I'm not repeating myself here, but I think I was just talking to somebody on a phone call about this shit. Um, but a lot of times you be in a situation where people don't realize like the evil or the really negative aspects of themselves and like what they're capable of on like a fucking violence or like a fucking really dark type of level. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know how to look at that, or they be so afraid of it and shit like that, and they be so nervous about it, so they never test themselves in that type of field and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So there's situations where some people have to actually physically go through some shit to show themselves what they're capable of in that arena. And I'm not gonna lie, I've had to do that to myself a few times. You know what I'm saying? And actually see what I'm really capable of in certain arenas. And this helps a lot with like learning to respect yourself. You get what I'm saying? Because once you learn what you're capable of on like a fucking true like evil type of dark fucking side, you know what I'm saying, then you respect that. You're not afraid of it no more. So then you kind of transmute that energy and it becomes something that you can work with, and you work with it. And whenever you look in the mirror, it's going to be a whole different type of vibe, because now you respect yourself. You have yourself in a whole different type of regard. You hold yourself accountable and shit like that. Therefore, you don't act on those things that you know that you are capable of, and you don't have to go back there. You know what I'm saying? But you know that you can go there if you have to, type of shit. So it's beneficial in certain aspects like that. Like I said, a lot of people don't be actually truly understanding shadow work, and how the shit actually works. You know what I'm saying? And the shit that you need to get grips with, and the shit that you need to see about yourself. You know what I mean? Some people, I'm sure, can just realize this shit within themselves and see it within themselves based upon fucking certain shit, how they think and view things. You know what I mean? But some people actually gotta physically go out and fucking see some shit as far as things like that. Because this is the thing, man. We all doing the same fucking thing. We all doing the same fucking thing. That's the crazy part about it. We all doing the exact same shit. A lot of people just have the aspect wrong. Yeah, a lot of people got the aspect wrong as far as how they expressing these energies. So they using look, I'm inviting Trey to the shit. I don't know if he's still on here on fucking on IG, but I just invited Trey to the shit. Yeah, whoever's still in here, if you wanna hop in the open panel, it's on my IG side. You'll have to hop in the IG live. And I've been live for 25, so that means we got another fucking 35 minutes before the IG live cutoff. I know that IG lives have like a 1 hour cutoff point. So you know what I'm saying, as long as some people hop in here, we'll fucking keep it going as long as we can. But as far as this goes, fucking you know what I mean, I've went pretty deep into quite a few things. As far as the shadow work and shit, I don't want to combine this video because I've got like other topics I want to talk about, you know what I'm saying, but I don't want to. Well, new ideas come in every day. Should we express it? It's time to flip a coin. Heads, we express it. Tails, we don't. It's heads. Okay, so let me find my damn wallet. That's where I got all my talking points wrote down at. Yes, sir. Okay, Trey Mysterio request to be in your live video. Boom. Boom. Oh no, it's not fucking working. Oh, it did. Yes, it fucking worked. What was good, bro?
What was good? So I heard we were talking about like Mars energy and being like too passionate and aggressive, right?
Yeah. That was.
Yeah. I thought I couldn't hear you. Holy shit.
No, you good.
One thing I want to add that a lot of people in my life, they were hella aggressive, but they were also they hella couldn't control their emotions.
Yeah.
And what happened was like these people got a pass when they was younger, but as they got older, it started to look like way more childish.
Right.
And like I started to realize that because after high school, that shit is not cute no more. Like if you got anger issues, that shit is gonna like haunt you your whole life, and you can't get a job off of that shit. Yeah.
Right. On God, man. And that should be fucking up your relationships with people too. Like I actually know somebody who was in a situation like this very, very recently where their anger got the best of them. My mom was just telling me about this shit yesterday. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they fucked up a relationship with somebody and missed out on making some money off of the shit too. So yeah, that shit can play out in all type of different ways.
Right. And this is funny because freaking I never had any anger issues, but like I had people around me who had anger issues, and the people around me who had anger issues, like I'll be looking at them like, damn, what they so angry about? Like how they get so angry easily?
Yeah.
But then I realized like it could also be like their parents and shit. Ain't shit parents just raising, like you're not supposed to have kids, so the kids gonna have anger issues just because the parent can't handle life. You get me?
Right. Yeah, that's how that shit play out a lot of time, man. I mean, fuck, there used to be kids that I would go to school with who was like that, man. Like there was this one dude who fucking stabbed himself in the leg with a pair of scissors, just got pissed off And I was the same way, bro. I never understood it. Like it always took a lot for me to get angry. You know what I'm saying? And I just always looked at that shit as childish. But yeah, I peep exactly what you're talking about. A lot of time it do have to do with the upbringing. You know what I'm saying? If you have some emotionally irresponsible parents, you know, but also it just have to do with what a person's made of too. You know, shit. My parents both are pretty emotionally flunked out. I ain't even gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? But I turned out all right. I utilized those energies to my favor, like the Taurus energy and shit like that, and the Capricorn energy, you know, and got a little structure with my shit. That way I'm not just, you know, expressing dumbass shit all the time.
Right. Right. And that kind of go deep too, because I saw that double video of 80s. And were you born in the 80s or 90s?
No, I was born in 2000.
Damn.
Mooney said his parents were flunked too.
Yeah, but if you were born in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, they said your parents, he said that your parents is like the most flunked up parents. And I'm starting to realize that because my mom, she was born in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
Like they was hella flunked out too.
Yeah.
But my parents was hella flunked out, but they got better with it. But
Mm-hmm.
they was still flunked out because earlier in my life they couldn't. I don't know why, but like they were just hella harsh. Yeah.
Yeah, that's that Capricorn energy playing out probably where that's your sun sign, you know what I'm saying? That's how you fucking forced to see shit kind of, you know what I mean? So I had a similar upbringing as far as that shit goes, as far as shit being harsh. But yeah, my mom was born in 82. My dad was born in like fucking 79 or some shit.
Yeah, similar. Because my mom was born in 81, my dad was born in 80.
Yeah,
so it's like a year difference.
right.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, my parents were in that same time frame. And I was actually talking to my mom about this shit yesterday too. We were watching a fucking cooking show and it was like all the different generations, like the baby boomers, fucking millennials, which would have been her shit, like the 80s and 90s and shit. And then they had like Gen Z and shit, right? And I was telling her, I was looking at all the different contestants. I was like, your generation is for sure the most fucked out of all of them. And some dude on the screen was even like, oh, our generation's the best. We learn and adapt so well and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, nah, this is cap. I was telling her the same shit. I was like, nah, this is cap. Your generation is the worst by far, for sure.
You said the millennials?
Yeah, which is like the 80s and 90s and shit. The shit
I'm gonna keep it real. The millennials had the most potential.
Yeah. They could have killed it. Shit was so unique back then too, for sure. If they would have got together, if they would have learned how to organize and shit, bro.
Like I'm gonna put an example. People don't realize that the millennials invented the internet.
Right.
Pioneered the internet, and then Gen Z. We are after the pioneered version of the internet age.
Yeah, like, so we took that shit and ran with it while they was the ones who created it.
And it shows, like, I know people be blaming Gen Z, but people, you gotta remember the millennials also blew it too, because it was their time to do something. At least they created the internet, but you see most of the Gen Zs running around. I mean, not Gen Z. You see most of the millennials running around. They really don't be shit, and they be like taking on the traumas from like their parents and shit. So,
yeah, and still trying to maintain images, like religious images and shit too. Like you see a lot of millennials who only be into like religion and shit like that just because their parents was, and if they not into it, their parents gonna look at them some type of way and shit. Yeah.
Right. And people shit on Gen Z saying, you guys are not going to work. You guys.
Gen Z's just cringe, bro. That's all it is. We're just cringe as fuck because everybody in Gen Z like fucking speak in real life in memes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody be like quoting memes in real life and shit. And on top of that, we're cringe because everybody's just fucking done shit through the internet for the majority of their whole life. You know what I'm saying? So fucking we in a situation where like a lot of people are like socially awkward and shit because they don't, you know, that's why the millennials are so different, because their shit is like built up on like interpersonal you know what I'm saying, in-person connections. They would rather have a conversation with you in person rather than talk to you on the phone and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Like that's why millennials are so different than us. We can really get this shit together though if we learn to incorporate that aspect of it and have the in-person fucking built up you know what I'm saying, personal connections and relationships and like and shit like that. That's all we missing right now. Long as motherfuckers can get past that little socially awkward stage a little bit and shit, we good. Good vid. I got a dip. I'm gonna DM you later. We should collab on a talking point for my channel. All right, Mooney. Take it easy, dog. We'll see you later.
Oh, I thought you was talking to me. I was talking. You was talking to Mooney.
Yeah, he said he was piecing.
Oh, okay. No, yeah. Because it's interesting how like you know how people be bringing up the generations. They'd be like, yeah, it's Gen Z. Yeah, it's Gen Alpha. But no, like the people that came before Gen Z and Gen Alpha, y'all done like set up fucked up shit before us. So like we're just a product of fucked up shit, or we're the after effects of fucked up shit. So like Gen Z, we're in a compromised stage where okay, yeah, we might not go to work, but you bet your ass we some influencers or content creators. You feel me?
On God, and not only that, if we ain't doing that on the internet, we influencing fucking everything around us in real life, anyways. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of shit that be happening be in response to just how we naturally be walking into a room and shit.
Right. This shit get kind of tricky with Gen Z.
Yeah.
Like once they found out Gen Z, oh, they capitalizing off the internet and shit.
Right.
All right, bet. Economy inflation and shit like that.
Right. Right. So they started hating on it too, or they try to be a part of it. That you know what I'm saying. Then you have those fucking people who are older who be trying to be on the internet and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying.
Old bald ass Mason.
Yeah.
Preaching Jewish.
Yeah, shit make no sense.
What else was you talking about? Because I came kind of late.
I was just talking about the Mars energy as far as the Aries aspect with it, you know what I mean? The individuality piece of the Mars energy, you know what I'm saying? And how certain situations due to you expressing too much of your individuality or too little of it can be detriment, you know, due to experience and shit like that. But beyond that, I was also talking about shadow work and how a lot of people get it fucked up and things like that, and how you know what I'm saying, a lot of people don't like accept the evil aspects of themselves and shit like that, you know what I mean? And also I was talking about how a lot of people be picking shit up from throughout the world and shit like that and experiences like that. But we can move on to some new shit. I got some more talking points.
All right. What's your next talking point? Because you know, yeah.
I figured I flipped the coin and I said, am I going to express this shit or am I not going to express this shit? And the coin landed on I need to express it. So okay, we already made time is the most important resource. Okay, practical application. Boom. This is some shit that I've talked about before. How wisdom going throughout your experiences and shit like that, the wisdom that you gain gives you some form of practical application, aka know-how, aka having the tools necessary to get through situations and shit like that, whatever situation may come. Yeah. Right. So exactly, that's exactly where I'm going with it. We live on Earth. We have to fucking participate with these demonic energies and shit like that. So the direction that I'm trying to take this shit now is utilizing the practical application and utilizing the tools that we have. I'm saying that we all should be upgrading our fucking equipment, and we all should be getting into shit like not like clickbait and not shit that's going to take away from the authentic expression, but just shit to make shit look cuter and make shit look more attractive and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Having good thumbnails with fucking good titles and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And placing fucking certain hashtags and shit. And you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. And also taking that into the business sense as far as how we market certain creations that we have as far as artwork, hats and fucking apparel, whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? Market that shit a certain way, and utilize either shit that people in our group and shit has made, people in the subconscious community soul group has made, utilizing their sounds as far as music and shit to advertise that, or fucking going for these viral clips and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like these viral TikTok sounds and shit, where people fucking just be posting these random dumbass videos and getting fucking helly views and shit. Boom. Just certain different things like that. You know what I'm saying? To make things a little bit more attractive.
Right. I think spiritual application is important because I think it's important because like you'll be getting in the loophole of, okay, I got spiritual wisdom.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna be wise just to be wise.
Right.
And that could leave you just sitting on the couch fighting quote unquote spirits.
Yeah.
But what are you really doing, right?
Right.
Like, you still live in a physical body, you feel me? Like, at least if you're gonna fight spirits, record it and be like, we're in a new age. Like, I'm sorry, like you can't no longer be, quote unquote spiritual and be on your couch and shit. You feel me? You feel me? Like, I'm sorry. It's like that old Discord group we had.
Yeah.
Niggas was quote unquote fighting demons on that couch.
Yeah.
The whole time everybody was broke. You feel me? Like,
yeah. We can't be no background warriors and shit.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. And I say this is important. Spiritual application is important because it can probably make you $1 million, but you don't know it. It can literally change your whole life and be like, okay, this is the real battle. Me going outside every day and freaking doing shit in real life. And
yes.
Some people in the spiritual community don't even know how to do that, or they straight up not even that spiritual as they talk about. Feel me? Like they end up going to the club every like Friday night and going back and recharging their crystal and shit. I'm not saying that shit is wrong, but I just noticed how some people, before they even get into a spiritual application, quote unquote, they have no purpose with it. Yeah. And they just run around like, okay, spirituality, oh shit, I want to manifest this phone. Let me do a ritual to get a phone. I'm like, nigga, what?
Yeah, nah, we can't be doing that shit. We gotta do the ritual of getting a phone, but not only that, we gotta set things in place for us to actually be able to achieve getting a phone. You get what I'm saying? We gotta actually put the foundation down and put the blocks set up in place to where that might be a possible outcome that comes from those actions that we take. That's part of the ritual. That's what we doing with our body to fucking make this shit happen. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's the main piece of it. You gotta get out there and you gotta do shit. Right. Yeah, we can't be, like you said, we can't be on just sitting on the fucking couch all day and think we doing something. Like we gotta do something with it. That's the main argument. You know what I'm saying? What are we doing with it? You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing. What are we doing with it?
Right. Especially if me and you got Capricorn and Taurus placements, that's the first thing we gonna ask when we join something. Right. What can we do with it? So it's like we either gonna talk about it or we just gonna like apply it. Which talking about it, okay, that's real good. But applying it, that's the real challenge.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where you either gonna stick it out or you gonna fall off.
Right.
So it's just about application at this point. It's just about doing shit and clicking up with those and a lot of shit. A lot of what goes into what you were just saying when we join up with some shit, we gonna be looking for that, and then not only that, we gonna be testing the value of shit. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We gonna
right.
we gonna be testing the worth of something. Is it worth it? Are these individuals gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Are they going to be into it how I'm trying to be into it? You know what I mean? Or are we going to be dedicated type shit? Is it going to be worth it?
Right. Right. And like, no diss to the people who I was in that chat with.
Yeah.
But low key, like, you like it was like I was in a position of like, okay, individuals say this, they got this type of power, that type of power, but they was getting up and paying taxes and shit. I'm not saying nobody is not a strong spirit, but if I was a strong spirit like that, I would be in a position where I don't have to pay taxes. You feel me? Or I would have like some, you can't touch me on this area. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah, for real. No doubt. No doubt at all.
Yeah. And and yeah, I want to add to that a little bit. Like, see, we could do rituals and spells and shit, but like the real battle is like being able to create a new mind and world within this world, so the shadow government can't touch us anywhere. You feel me? I know that might sound like kind of weird to some people. How you gonna create a new world? Well, it's gonna be easy if we all come together. But
yeah,
if you could real easily create a new world by fucking around. Like, somebody get a business. Okay, this business help other businesses. You know, y'all fuck around, have a like whole new world.
Yeah.
Y'all can't even be touched by rules and shit.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. I mean that's how it goes, bro. And anybody who a real spirit know that shit. Just like you saying, bro. It's all space within space. So you know, even in our own individual corners of our lives and shit, where we're at, you know what I'm saying? We have already made a world within a world as far as individually. You get what I'm saying? So when we bring this shit together, it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, right. So take an example as the like cartel. I'm being honest. Everybody, if you don't agree with the system, everybody need to get like the cartel or something similar like that. Cause them people, I know they get shitted on, but the government can't touch them.
Yeah.
They get El Chapo, but did they get the whole cartel? No.
Right. Right. That shit's still going on. They get one person every fucking once in a while. Somebody who they target as their main man, and then fucking everything else just continues on.
Yeah, right. Even though y'all might be scared of him, you don't know what's going on, because maybe that dude they tortured was probably some shadow government motherfucking op that probably deserved that shit. Like, because I know for sure if you against the system, you wouldn't. People who know you against the system wouldn't try to like torture you. So I'm just saying, like, yeah.
Yeah, because you already know, man. They're cut off from society, and they have a tight, close society of their own, man. So you know, there's for sure information that they know that don't nobody else know and shit. There's got to be, you know. Right. So I'm sure if they were to get captured, they probably get fucked up and squeezed out for information for sure.
No, yeah, literally, cause yeah, they be videos and shit, but I'll be like, damn. You might not know what that person did for them to like, you know, get like squeezed out and shit.
Yeah.
And them to like back your head open or something. Cause like, you know, you can't be agreeing to every term and condition.
Yeah, the cartel is pretty fucking crazy, man. They do some wild shit. But yeah, it's all to the fucking feds and shit like that. It's all to the fucking to the motherfuckers trying to get in on their shit. So yeah.
Yeah, right.
I mean they just protecting their turf at the end of the day, you know?
Yeah, right. And also, have you been having dreams where it's like you've been in a different realm of reality?
I honestly, I haven't been having dreams here in quite a while. I had one the other night and it was fucking unrecognizable. I only recognized like one face in it. I don't recognize like the fucking background or the environment or anything like that. The only thing I recognized was one face throughout the experience. So I don't know. I don't really be having dreams that much. The last dream that I had that I can remember that was like really vivid was like a completely different fucking realm of reality. It was I was like traveling down a road of some sort, but I was just like floating and fucking there were like yeah, and there was like fucking giant wavy ass trees. And as I was passing by, there were like gravestones, but they were like the size of fucking houses. They were like huge, like giant as fuck gravestones, right? So I passed by this cemetery, and then as I'm continuing driving down the road, the fucking wavy ass trees morph into like these big giant ass beings, and they were just like looking at me like and trying to like tell me shit telepathically as I was passing by. So I'm just like receiving all this shit, and then I continue going down the road, and it just fucking hold up. The road just breaks away at the end of it, right? And and I'm over top of like a big ass lake, and I'm still floating, and I have like this fucking big ass scythe, right? And then I have to fight this fucking dragon at the end of the dream, and I wake up as I'm fucking fighting the dragon.
You know what's funny? I had a dream where you was in it, but like I was in the school and there was trees in the background.
That's crazy.
There was trees in the background, but I don't know what you was doing. But freaking, I was getting taught this language by some Asian looking chick. I'm like, what the hell is this? That was a weird dream. But I also had a dream where it looked like I was in a completely different reality, but I was in this like recreation center. I was floating around, and these beings, they could see me, but like they wouldn't do nothing. Like that's how I know I would be floating in my dreams, because I'd be seeing these beings. They look nothing like Earth, like because I would just be floating through them. They'd be like, they look at me. They know, like it's like they know my presence, but like I just float through them. It's weird. It's like I float through the beings, and it's like they see me, but like they can't touch me or anything. So they just look at me. I'm like, yo, what the hell is going on? I'm like, bro, it's like I be thinking to myself, do these actually be different realms and realities? Like,
I don't know, man. A lot of time I be thinking that shit is just something our subconscious mind makes up, you know, for us to experience. But I don't know, man. At the end of the day, I couldn't answer that one for you. But it's the same situation for me though, man. That shit fucking strikes a chord to the dream I was just explaining. Like they just see me and was like kind of like looking at me with like that fucking stern or like concern type of look, just like, you know what I mean? Just like watching me fucking roll by type shit. But yeah.
I don't want to get la la land here, but like I know we can't go so physically to a planet, but goddamn, like what the fuck, like
yeah, that shit.
Like this shit. Yeah.
That shit unexplainable. Yeah, it ain't no shit I've ever seen on Earth before. It ain't no creation that fucking I've seen in no book or no movie or nothing like that neither.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, they always give me that fucking weird look, like
what the fuck?
Yeah, they give me that weird ass look, like they just be looking at me like
I'm done, because like somebody else told me I DM. They said they've been having weird dreams too, and I saw a video. He had made a video saying, you know, this could be different realms and realities. I'm like, damn. Okay, damn. That could be true, but then again, like your subconscious mind only could perceive with what this reality. I don't know. I really don't know. So it could be your mind just making up brain scramble and shit. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I know that we be experiencing all dimensions at the same time though, so I don't know. It could be you tapping into some other shit while you asleep, you know, some other shit that you experiencing on some other plane of existence, some other awareness that you've tapped into or something, or you know, it could just be some made up shit.
I've been traveling to different realms since 2021. But here's the thing though, like, how do you know if it's a different realm or just your subconscious brain scramble?
Yeah.
You give me like it'll be a weird thin line. Maybe before that, yeah. I feel you though. But yeah, I'm gonna go eat breakfast. I'm gonna head out. You feel me? But yeah, it was nice talking to you. You feel me? Like what, 2 years?
Yeah, for sure, bro. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? I just been off doing my own thing, man. Fucking, I think that's what was best for the time, and you know, now I'm in a space where fucking I'm ready to bring this shit all back together. And
Before you head out, if you want to work from home, up your computer skills to the max as much as possible. Get you a degree if you got to, but get you some type of computer certificate, and you'll be able to work from home because the remote job is all computer based.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and I already got a fucking computer set up and shit, so I'm in good standings there. What I'm gonna try to do, honestly, is probably get on this place called fucking Teleperformance. My aunt works there, and I actually used to work there years ago. It's like a call center. You basically fucking track people's packages and shit for them and listen to them complain about my fucking shit ain't getting delivered. It's my son's birthday and his fucking little Johnny action figure didn't come.
Damn, bro, that's I ain't gonna diss you, but like that's a hella feminine job.
Hey, bro, fuck, man. It'll give me more time to be around my fucking setup and shit. That's the only reason I want to do that shit.
Okay.
Know what I'm saying?
Because some jobs can lead you into some energies you don't want to be in, especially if you're a man.
Yeah. I hear you. I hear you.
But yeah, all right, yeah, get that bag. But yeah, peace. I'm gonna eat my breakfast.
All right, sound good. I'm finna hop off here too. I've been going for about an hour. Peace, y'all. Peace, YouTube.